Today on the Celestial War.
So 200 stars from Scott Weber. Lump screams out, "Save the child!" As he throws punches at the troll, and he's thinking to himself in the Patrick Stewart voice, "The line is drawn here."
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. 200 stars got you to say that. Although at home I just say it for free. And Teresa's like, "Please shut up. Please stop saying it." We last left off, you guys were in the troll cave, and you guys were battling off some of the trolls, and you saw some horrible things, which was basically the farmer's family being eaten by trolls, except for his son that ran off down the cave even further. And you had Gordon with you, who Gordon was pulled out of the dungeon when Two Mage grabbed the rose. Two Mage obviously seems worried now because he feels like you guys only have so much time before this whole place starts getting crazier and crazier. He wanted to do it now while everything was stable. He grabbed the rose, and now it's a game of time to get it to Super Farmer in any way he can. You guys are in the cave running out. Farmer starts running out of the cave, and you guys are basically starting to follow him. You can do anything you like. Guys, I put this story once again into your very capable hands. Good luck.
Where is Super Farmer in relation to us?
He's walking towards the front of the cave. You guys were in the cells in that cave. And again, trolls were all around, and human citizens were all being pushed in here, and they're being eaten by all the trolls.
And Two Mage is on his way towards Super Farmer?
No, Two Mage is with you.
He's with us,
and you
but
guys,
he's got the rose.
He's got the rose, and you guys don't look like yourselves. You don't have the items of yourselves, the weapons of yourselves. You guys
humans.
all are human peasants because you're in the mind of Super Farmer in a sense.
Is Stagmon with Super Farmer still, or?
How do you know that name?
It was brought up.
You said it last.
You mentioned it last week.
Mentioned.
How'd you remember that?
Are
you doing research? Did you just do research?
I got a brain.
You're talking to Brooke. You're not talking to Scro. He's trying to forget stuff.
I didn't want to make the joke. I'm glad.
Okay, so Brooke.
You're welcome.
Brooke just mentioned Tom's character of old, one of the old heroes in there, and Stagmon is Tom's character, who's actually in this memory because in real life Tom played in this quest. So did Vinny. So did a lot of other people too. So Stagmon, which is Tom's old character, yes, is there.
Is he with Super Farmer, or is he back where we are?
He's with Super Farmer, with the farmer, and they're basically walking out of the cave.
Okay.
And the farmer just seems like knows his family is dead, and he's just in a very bad state right now.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's give him the rose.
I think we just need to throw this rose at Super Farmer as quickly as we can.
Throw it? What is it going to do?
Well, not really throw, but like thrust it into him.
I think we've got to convince him to take it. We've got to... I don't know.
Do we want to... I'm sorry, I don't want to... His son didn't die by the trolls yet. He ran off into the thing. Do we want to try and tell him? Maybe it's some way to break this cycle or something like that?
I don't know if that's wise. I think we kind of have to like live out his nightmares. Because I don't think you could save him. I mean,
not really.
Yeah,
he died.
It's a memory
untold thousands of years ago in another world. But
I think it's more about surviving until we get to the real farmer.
All right, let's follow him.
Okay, is that what you do?
Yep.
You guys start following with you. The only NPC with you, once again, is Two Mage, just to make sure everybody knows. So you guys walk outside of the cave, and outside you see there are other peasants, and there's a few guards, not many, battling the trolls that are there, and they're not doing well. I believe one of you may have a sword.
I do.
You do. Okay. Anybody else have a sword or also? So that's it. Rob has a sword, and the rest of you have my mitts.
Then he has a belt.
That's true.
Then he has a belt?
He has a belt.
Was he an Italian dad?
He used the
No, I had the
Oh.
I had the belt that I was using as like the lockpick. Remember, I was using the buckle part.
Oh, right.
What's
Something
okay.
that we know.
Oh yeah.
The tongue.
The tongue.
Son, let me tell you what's going on. I'm gonna get my belt.
I mean, could happen.
So you have a belt. And you
All
guys
right,
walk
so-
outside, and you see the trolls are pretty much winning, and they're fighting everybody off. And the farmer that you know now is famous is fighting.
He's fighting
He's
too?
fighting with a few of the guards. Stagmon is fighting as
Okay,
well.
I'm gonna run up alongside near where Super Farmer is then and start fighting the trolls with him. So I'll attack
Okay.
the troll.
Make an attack.
22.
22. That is a hit.
Nice.
All right. Oh, 2 damage.
2 damage. So you come up with the sword, give him a cut. Did something. Anybody else want to do anything?
How many trolls are there?
If there's too many, you're not gonna help?
No, I just.
Yes.
No, that's not it.
That is accurate.
I'm asking, Burger. What do I see? How many trolls do
Should I
see?
hold now or next round?
I'm just waiting to hold. That's what I'm trying to do now.
So here's where
Um,
I'm gonna hold to hold. I'll hold. To
I don't know how many O's are in the hold yet.
No, obviously, we need to talk to Super Farmer, and he's probably not going to be in the mood to talk to us if he's busy fighting these things. So, how many are there in front of us?
200 stars from Scott Weber. Lump was with them last episode. Yes, Lump is with them. Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that. So, guys, here's what we're going to do. Is it D20? I mean,
How do you roll in
how
the
do you roll? I forget how you roll. D20? It's not just D20.
exclamation
Exclamation point?
D20, maybe?
I did. It didn't work. It's not working for me.
Is an exclamation point? D20?
Todd did it.
Do you have a physical D20 that you can roll?
I do.
Exclamation point, roll
He wants
D20.
everybody to see it.
Roll
So here's what I'm doing. I'm rolling for Super Farmer in chat.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Now you see the significance of what I'm doing. So the farmer goes up and he rolls a hit. Of course he does, because that's what he
Wow.
did in the past.
He's
He rolls
amazing.
up. He puts a blade into one of the trolls. Anybody else want to attack?
Yes,
Damien,
I'll
you're-
attack. I'm
you-
gonna go with
well,
that.
You start your answer before. You see about 8 in this whole general area.
All right, fine. I run up next to Arky, and I attack. Yes. 25.
That's a hit.
Oh, I only have my mitts, though. So
Only got my mitts though.
8 damage.
8 damage on a troll. Well, so you find the same one he's fighting?
Sure. A little flank action,
Flank action.
you know?
Just want you to know, Scro, if you were to hit one of the peasants with that punch, you would have murdered them.
Well, I would never hit a peasant that hard, of course.
What do you think I am, Tom?
Yes, come on.
Then if you use that peasant to then hit the troll,
Oh, wow.
that
Swung
could
him.
cause more damage.
Think about it, man.
Think about it. Anybody else? Brooke, do you want to take an action? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
No.
1. No action. Tom.
I hide.
Tom is hiding. Dan.
I'll attack a troll.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll run out and just. How tall are the trolls?
They're tall, like 10 feet.
Yeah, like 10 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm not even myself. I'm not even 7 feet tall anymore.
Yes, that makes sense. You already said you're gonna attack, so I imagine you run up, and as you're running, you're like, I am not a half giant right now.
Small.
Right, you suddenly notice it.
You still have your strength though, which you find, but
Yeah.
you do not have your height.
I kind of look up at him like, oh. But
This is what everyone
yeah,
else feels like.
I guess I'll take a swing at his kneecap or something like
Go for it.
that. All righty, Roo. 14.
Guys in chat, 14 is a miss, unfortunately. Guys in chat, everybody start rolling your die. If you, Todd, please check them out. And if everybody rolls some 20s, everybody can roll 3 times right now. Anybody rolls a 20, that'll be a hit. I'll do damage, and I'll times it by how many 20s is rolled. Have fun. Scott Weber, Lump attacks a troll and yells,
Hey guys, we gotta figure out what's going on here. That child is like the farmer's dead son, so we gotta save him. Then we gotta convince the farmer to help us, so other kids don't die when Dragano returns.
Scott plays him much smarter than how I play
I
him.
was gonna say, wow, Lump's really putting this together.
When I play, I'm like, boy, it's over there.
How eloquent.
Me orc. Wisconsin is like, well, actually, guys, hey, we should actually find out that what's going on with that their child, everyone. That their child over there looks very lost. And I'm thinking there's a plethora of danger around us.
Copious
good,
amounts
very
of
good.
danger.
Copious amounts of danger. Copious amounts of danger. Okay. So, Vin, you're up.
Ooh, decisions. Are there any weapons
6.
laying around?
Yes.
All right, so I will scoop up a sword. What form am I in? Because I know I'm not a halfling, so
You're a human.
What am I?
You pick up a 2-handed sword, actually.
You've never been so tall.
You've never
That
been so
is,
tall.
no good for me.
Okay. So you pick it up and you look at it
Missed?
and you're just
What happened?
depressed. 6,
Yeah.
5, 4, 3,
What's
2.
Hogar using? What's Hogar using?
He just punched
His
the guy
fists.
in the knee.
Yeah.
All right,
He missed his knee.
I
You
yelled
take
to
his
get
fist and you use
attention.
it?
I yelled to get his attention and I slide him the sword. I don't throw it at him. I slide it to him.
Okay, you try to slide the sword along dirt. So,
Doesn't go very
I
far.
throw it like just.
no.
Like, wing it at him.
Now he's doing it.
You said, yeah, now you're throwing it. You said you
You know what I
slide it.
No,
Just
like,
slide it like this.
Shuffle it across.
I should.
I'm gonna let
I
Damien, my
overhand
new
throw it.
assistant DM,
You know,
roll
like
this.
bocce ball.
Whatever.
I slid it like this up in the air.
Damien,
you know.
how do you want to roll this,
Whatever.
Damien?
Slide a sword across
I
dirt.
mean, I would let him. He did say he's sliding it. I'm letting him go with the slide, but I don't think it's going to go far. I mean, how far is he from Hogar right now?
I think that's a good
That's
ruling.
the question.
So perhaps you should roll for it.
I think a roll is in order. Yeah.
Okay,
Roll for it.
Oh, you want me
D20.
to roll?
You want to roll?
It's
It's like F you guys
I
roll
will
that.
take
God.
over. A 1.
Oh no!
Yes!
Go.
Yes!
Well done, bro.
That's amazing.
Sorry. You know what? I had to get it out.
You slide it right
you
into
go-
Hogar's
If I'm going
Achilles
to roll a
tendon.
1, I might as well be rolling for Vin, you know? Like
That is exactly what happens.
That
Do
was
it.
beautiful. That was the best time to roll a 1.
What is
Wasn't he rolling to see how far away we are?
No,
That
I
he
was
rolled for the
to see
slide.
How
He's
well,
rolling for the slide.
How well Vin did at sliding a sword.
What's the general damage on a is it 2d6 for a two-handed?
I'm sorry.
Two-handed sword, I believe, is 2d6.
Vin,
Fate, you know.
roll 2d6
that was
damage
it.
plus your character strength.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Oh yeah, that's
rolled a
not gonna be
5.
Good.
You rolled a 5. That's a problem.
Oh, wait,
the
wait.
strength?
Pl-
Minus
plus-
2?
Plus my character strength? Hold on. -1, 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
So, you get hit. Hogar, you fall to a knee, and anyone around, everyone roll a perception check. Mm-hmm. Achieve a 15 or higher because there's a bit going around.
17.
Hit it. I made it.
Nope.
Anyone who rolled a 15 or higher sees a flash of light go from from Dan, and you see the character falls to the ground and like is nursing his leg because a sword just got slid across the ground and like sliced him. He starts bleeding out his leg and falls on the ground, and you see a light go off. And you see almost like a vision of Hogar, and something happens, and you don't know what.
The sword hit Hogar, or the person that.
Yeah, so the sword goes flying over, slices him in the leg really
Okay.
badly. He falls
For
to the
that
ground.
second.
He's bleeding on the ground, and you see like a flash, almost like his spirit or something just left.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
How does it feel, Vin, to accidentally hit someone? Now you
Oh,
know.
I didn't do it.
I don't
That
wanna
was
hear your
Scroll's fault.
Yeah, that was Scrub.
Wow.
That was
it wasn't me.
Scrub.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's fine.
Scroll did it with his hand, with Vin's hand.
Very good.
Wow.
I hone up to my screw-ups.
All I did was roll a die.
This was a scroll up. This was a
That's
scroll
how Vin
up.
had no responsibility in this.
Right. It wasn't your idea or your action.
No.
Hey,
No.
hey, you were the one that was like, "Teacher, I have no homework."
That's right. And I'll do it
see
again,
what's
so
gonna
watch
happen here."
out.
Damien's on a whole like.
I'll do it again.
Stickler with the rules. I'm really
That's
loving
right.
it. I think it's fantastic.
We must play by
Yeah,
the rules.
yeah, it's great.
See how you're all mad at Damien right now?
live in a
You're all mad at
society.
Damien. What did I do? Nothing.
Teacher, I have no homework. Here you go. How do I get?
There are rules.
The teacher's like, I'm sorry, guys, you'd have no homework except Damien brought it up, so,
That's right.
You know, beat him up at school. What do you think?
Society. There are
Is
rules.
Scro the new rules lawyer for Audio Dungeon?
Yes. Guys, you'll be happy to know that there were 2 20s. It'd be nice if there were more, but unfortunately there were only 2 20s rolled in chat. But you'll be happy to know that I rolled a 6 on a d6, and that is a lot of damage. So a lot of the peasants get together, whatever they can pick up, and they bring one of the trolls down. He falls to the ground, and the peasants are doing better than the heroes are. Now we're going to the trolls. The trolls are going out, everybody. There's only a few left. I'm going to give you guys 1 attack on each of you. Here we go. You do not have anything really of AC. Hit on you.
Ouch.
Hit on Rob.
Oh.
Miss on Vin.
Nice.
Miss on Tom. Miss on Brooke. Wow, I rolled pretty low.
Well, I'm hiding in a bush or something.
That's true. Tom was.
6 plus their strength will give him +3, so 9 damage. So you guys fall to the ground, and you see the same flashes of light
No.
disappear from them.
Oh no. Do we feel any different?
You feel dead
Okay.
inside.
Dead.
Just slide your character over to me.
No. No.
No.
I know what happens. Shh.
I'll get that camera, that character. I'll get it. Okay, 50 stars from Scott Weber. Important question. Evan Moniz's Champion's Luck still active from last time?
Ooh. I mean, we're in the same
I have to read these.
dream.
Did you guys get to use it last time? It came into play,
I think
right?
we used it one time.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it me? Somebody used it.
I'll tell you what. Well, it would have came. It would have came
the
up in that one
was
you
a
just
20,
rolled.
Yes, and it did come up once last time for you. That's
there
right.
are-
So I'll reinitialize it now, and then I'll make it last for a while until all the battling is pretty much over.
It's just not going to count for Vin. That's all.
It's not going to count for that moment. Happily. Okay, so they attack around. It doesn't go very well. We're going to go back to the crew right now. Whoever is left, these 2 are gone. So it's just
Oh man.
We're
Brooke.
gone? We're not just...
You forgot, right? Brooke, Tom, and Vin, you guys realize you're by yourselves. You do have a lump. Lump, I have to roll for lump. Lump attacks and hits one of the trolls. And 2 Mage with his wimpy fists. He actually hits somebody too.
Oh no. I hope
Wait,
It's another
everyone
6.
Their bodies
realizes
are gone? Their
what's
bodies are
going
gone?
on.
No.
No, the
bodies
peasants are
dead.
there, but they're kind of on the floor, hurt or dead. And you saw a flash of light, which gave you hope that it's not them dead, but you don't know for sure.
Oh man.
How many trolls are left?
6 after the last attack between Lump and 2 Mage. It's just like the real time we played it, guys. Devastating.
Yeah.
Oh god.
They just so you know, in the real one, everyone fled.
Yeah. Yes.
Rob's like, oh
Exactly.
yeah.
Rob's like, wait, I flee and hold for a living. What am I doing?
I fled last time.
I wasn't
We're
there,
supposed
so
to stick with
I'm
the
off
guy who
hook.
stays behind, though. I'm gonna look around for like a rock, something relatively heavy and hefty, and I'm gonna try and throw it at a troll. without
Okay,
getting
you get a
too
rock. You David and Goliath yourself into the battle.
close. Yeah.
You throw the rock across.
Ooh, a big 12.
You throw the rock across. It does a glancing blow on him. You're pretty sure it did not hurt him. And Vin, you're up.
Which way was the city? I'm trying to remember. It was
Which way is the city? You can't see it
Yeah.
right now. I don't think you would really remember. So long ago.
Damn.
There is a forest
Is
in the
there-
distance. You're pretty sure it's towards the forest.
Okay, so I call for everybody who's still standing to make a break for the forest.
Okay, roll a charisma
There
check.
we go.
You try to start shouting and try to convince them. Use your real charisma, obviously.
It's 11.
You start calling out. No one's really following you. They're not hearing you, or they're too worried about what's in front of them. You don't really feel you get the reactions. If only you had, I don't know, if you were a bard, that would be really good. But
Yeah.
we don't have that.
Well, I start making for the forest.
Yeah. Abyssia, you go.
Okay, so there are weapons on the ground.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so well, I'm just a peasant, right? I don't have my bardic abilities anymore either. I don't know.
You know that Tom tried to cast a spell last week and it didn't work.
Yeah, right now you look like a peasant. That's the way I can answer that question.
All right, so I pick up a sword How
Okay.
close is where's the closest troll to me?
They're all around you, so it's not hard for you to get into a battle.
Okay. So I run to the first troll, the closest troll,
Okay.
with a sword. Decent sized sword.
Yeah. I'll roll for it.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll tell
All
you
right,
what it is.
and
It is a short. Oh. It's a you don't have the best swords anymore, right? It's a long sword.
long sword. Okay. All right, so I attack.
Okay.
I go to attack his thigh. His
thigh?
right thigh.
Okay.
Cold shot.
18. 18?
That is a hit.
Okay. And 2d6?
That's what it sounds like. Cold shot.
1d8.
Minus it by 4. Roll with disadvantage. Now it's fine.
2d6 is the two-handed bastard, so it's a huge sword.
Oh,
You got a long sword.
1d8.
okay. Here we go.
Plus your strength.
Yes.
Plus strength.
7. Oh. A 10.
You have a 3 strength?
Yeah.
Wow, good for you. Okay, so you come in and do 10 damage. You lay the sword right into him, and it definitely, he screams out. Who's left? Dan is out. Vin went. Tom left. So that's pretty much it. Super Farmer is fighting right now. Actually, we'll see what happens right now. You see, Stagmon goes over to Super Farmer, and basically he's like, Tom, you want to do it? I'll let you voice it.
I don't remember what he
Yes.
sounded like, but okay. We have to go. We have to go now.
They killed my
To the forest.
They killed my family. I'll stay and fight. One of the guards is like, I'll help and hold them off. You guys make your way.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Stagmon, all of a sudden you see Stagmon, which you don't know this character, Tom does, and you see basically one of the guys runs off, like 2 of the guards run off, and you see a farmer with 2 guards of his own just trying to hold off the trolls. And some of the peasants are rallying around the trolls and they're taking them down, and the peasants are dying really fast. At this point, we get up to about 4 trolls left, and the peasants are battling them, but again, it's a losing battle. The farmer and 2 of the guards are just backing up, fighting themselves off as they're going, making their way to the forest, and you see Stagmon and a handful of the people just make a break for wherever they think that place is. You guys are sitting there just kind of trying to figure out what to do, and I'm going to give you one more round of action. Brooke, you can go first this time.
Okay, am I close to the farmer?
The farmer is just...
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, the farmer is just kind of backing off towards the forest. You could be close to him if you want to.
Okay, yeah, I want to be close to the farmer.
Okay, so you get close to him.
And I say, does he know himself as farmer?
You don't know that.
Okay.
So 200 stars from Scott Weber. Lump screams out, "Save the child!" as he throws punches at the troll, and he's thinking to himself in the Patrick Stewart voice, "The line is drawn here."
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. 200 stars got you to say that. Although at home I just say it for free. and Teresa's like, "Please shut up. Please stop saying it." Like, "Oh no, the line is drawn here." She's like, "Fine, have chicken instead."
Okay, so I still have my sword in my hand.
Yes, and you're near the farmer.
Okay, I'm next to the farmer and I say, "You, sir, we're fighting with you, but you must make it out here safely. You're needed."
He just looks at you and doesn't have any... You can see like he's obviously in pain, and he just continues to fight.
Pain from, like, physical pain or emotional? Like, he's...
Emotional.
Okay.
Tom, you're up.
Damn, leave it.
Fiddler.
I go to 2 Mage, and I say, I think Lump is right. I'm going to go in and see if I can find this child and bring him out. And I run back inside.
Richard Weil asks, does Finn remember Stagmon? He does, like a memory from so far long ago. Like, try to remember back to when you were like 2 or 3 years old in real life, and it's worse than that. So, Charles Morrison says, if nothing else, the kid could be one of the other prisoners. So, yes, guys, don't forget to, someone's asking for an update on the likes and hearts and the shares. I'm going to check right now, and let's see what it is. Actually, Steve, you give that to me because my page didn't. It will not reload. It refuses. It locked up. That's not good. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, I'm locked up here. Steve, let me know what we're up to on likes, shares, and such. So, you're sitting with him. You say something to him, Brooke. Vinny, what do you want to do?
I was making my way to the town. I called for everybody to run to go to what's it called?
Okay,
City.
so Vinny runs off. Tom, you make your way back into the cave, and Two Mage follows you with that. And because it's obviously Lump is screaming that, Lump's not fighting very well this time. Lump actually gets hit and kind of runs off, and it goes to catch up with you. And the three of you go into try to catch up with the kid, whoever he ran into. You guys head into
NPCs. Let's go.
You guys head into the cave and past the cells that you were in. And as eventually you run, you notice that the cave comes to a sudden stop. Everyone roll a perception check. If you fail the perception check, you'll have to roll a dexterity save.
19.
20.
So Brooke, you ran in as well?
Oh, did I run in with them? Yeah.
Okay. So roll, yeah. So anybody fail that?
You didn't tell me what it was, but I hit a 20.
Okay, you guys are fine.
19.
Lump actually doesn't see it. Dexterity save. 1. Oh, no.
Oh.
Lump stops way too late, falls into the pit. And you hear when he falls down, you see the flash of light, and you hear a boy crying, startled by the huge half-orc that just fell.
Isn't he a human though?
So he's
Human
in-
form? Wouldn't he?
You
have been-
can't even see him.
No, I'm just saying.
The boy?
No. But when one Lump fell, wasn't he as a human?
Yes.
At that
oh,
moment?
yeah. Yes, good point. Wow, you're assistant DMing. You're doing really great here.
Top of
You're doing great. I like this version of you. It's good. It's classy.
Trying to help.
So he does not see the
Wow.
half-orc. He sees a human. Damien,
Okay.
But we hear a boy cry.
you hear a boy crying. Yes, correct.
Boy.
Do we?
Boy, what day is it today?
Here we go.
What day is it?
Here we go. 5 minutes later.
Stop crying and tell me, what day is it?
You down there!
You down there.
Oh my god.
Boy, you remember me. We met in the cages. I've come here to try and bring you out.
And he's like, I'm scared.
I understand. I'm scared too. But we're gonna get out of this together. Alright. I look around. Do I think I can lower myself down? Does it look like there's handholds or anything like that?
There's places you could make the climb down. It's probably a moderate level climb without giving you a number.
Great. Okay. I'm not good at this, but I'm gonna try. Boy, I'm coming down. And I'm gonna try and get you out of there. Alright? Alright, I try and climb down.
No answer on his part. Go ahead.
13.
You start climbing down. Your hands slide.
Ugh.
You hit the bottom.
Ugh.
The light comes up. Brooke, you're on top, and you realize that Findelar is folded into shadow.
Finn, can you hear me? Does he hear me?
No. No.
He's gone.
Yes? No?
No.
He's gone.
No. He doesn't. You don't get a
He just
response.
doesn't answer.
Yeah. It was funny because you asked me the question and then you answer the next question.
Sorry.
It's the Brooke Armstrong show. What do you want to do?
Well, beyond, so this is obviously a pit. Beyond the pit, do I see anything? Or is it...
The cave
is it
does
all
go
gone?
on. It's probably about a little bit more than 10 feet to the other side. You would have to
And on
jump
the other
across
side
if
of
you
that, do I
want.
see shadow?
It's dark. Yeah, it goes on though. Into darkness.
So, would it be like where the shadow ends, like to go in there and to call the guy? Would that be considered the area that we go to?
I'm confused what you mean. Go there and call the guy? What do you mean?
Call the guard that was there to get us out. He said to go to the end of the shadow.
Oh, on the outside of the dark.
Go on the
Before we
outskirts,
went
yeah.
into this dark
Where the
realm.
shadow
Oh.
The
You don't see. You're talking about the shadow, like the misty, like smokish, kind of thing. Right now, you're
Different,
seeing
okay.
shadow as in it's dark in the cave.
Okay, I gotcha.
Rob, roll a d20 for me, and Damien, roll a d20 for me. If either one of you roll a 1, 2, or 3, a troll comes up behind Abyssia. Would you roll, Rob?
Oh no, Rob.
The 3?
All of a sudden, you hear the heavy breathing of a troll who apparently has eaten a bunch of peasants and now has come in, and he's about 10 feet away from you.
I jump in the pit.
You jump down?
Yeah.
Roll a dex check
I can't.
to mitigate the
sorry.
damage.
It just dawned on me what you did.
God,
12.
You successfully
And plus
jumped
a what?
in the pit.
I'm going to mitigate some of the damage. So instead of 5d6,
Plus my dex, that would be a 16.
16. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a success for landing better than you would have. So instead of 5d6 damage, I'm gonna give you 3d6 damage.
Okay,
Here it
cool.
comes. 1. You only have 3 hit points left. 3. There goes that. And 2. The nail in the coffin. You fall to the ground, and the boy is down there with a lot of dead people, unfortunately.
Oh no.
And Finn's not down there.
Finn's down there.
Oh, okay.
Dead. Also
One of the
dead.
corpses.
That's the last thing you
He's
see,
down
actually.
there, right?
Oh, he's dead?
Yes. Brooke, could you put your character into an envelope and mail it to 4442 Arthur Kidd Road here at Phoenix Studios? If you could do a 2-day mail, that'll be better.
Tony,
right
in
up.
chat, Lump is saying that he actually is a good climber and he wants to try and climb down as well.
He can't climb down because
Did he already fall down?
Yeah, he fell down.
Oh, he
because
fell down.
When he
fell
failed
Took the quick way.
He failed the perception check with a 3, and then I gave him a dex save of 1, and he fell right down. No choice.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so how many hit points is that against me? Or is that...
You
It's over.
right
You're
now.
done.
You see, you're not even in existence right now.
Okay, cool. All right.
So we go.
Weight off my shoulders.
We go to Vinny Pro. Vinny Pro is running in the woods right now, and you're running with Stagmon. Tom, I'm gonna let you play your old character from 20 years ago.
Okay.
You and Vin, this other peasant, are running through the woods desperately. Go ahead.
We need to get to the city.
I know.
Any idea where we are?
In a lot of
Peasant.
trouble. Well, I don't know your name.
That's what you
I'm
look like.
Stagmon. I don't know exactly where we were. I woke up captured in those in that cave. So I don't. I mean, I know the general direction of the city is the way that we're running. But, where in the forest we are, I don't know.
Well, as long as that's behind us and we're going forward, that's all I care about.
Me too.
So,
You're not from around
onward.
here?
Yes and no. It's been a while. I haven't been back to these lands in quite a bit.
Okay, so you guys travel back. Eventually, within hours, you reach a castle and a small town around it. And hours after that, to move us along, since there's only Vin left, the farmer shows up by himself.
Where's Tomb Mage?
You do not see Two Mage. Let's just say Two Mage was involved with that 3.
Oh, great.
You're at the castle, and the farmer shows up with cuts all over him, and she just kind of walks in and like sits down and like collapses into the corner, just sitting there.
You made it. You're alive.
He just looks at you. Everyone
Some
else
kind of-
is dead.
I'm sorry to hear that. My friends were in that cage and they died as well. Or at least some of them did, I believe. I don't know about everybody else.
He gets up. He gets up. He's like, my whole family is gone. My boy, my daughter, my wife. They're all gone. All of a sudden, you see everything in reality kind of shift. And all of a sudden, you're back once again in the cage at the beginning of this story.
Oh, jeez.
And you're sitting in there. And you see the trolls are outside of the cage lurking around. Except this time, it's just you. On the floor, you see a peasant that was in a form of Two Mage, but he looks like he's like at almost unconscious. Two Mage looks at you and he's like,
take the rose. You have to figure it out.
I take the rose from him.
He sits there, he just kind of like puts his head back.
All right.
Vin, I'm gonna give you some time to think. We're gonna go to Hogar right now. I know, guys. You don't know where I'm going with this, right?
Interesting. Where you going with this? Where are we? Where are we going?
Hogar.
Cody, you didn't tell the assistant DM. Now he's lost.
I didn't put it in the TPS report. Yeah, Damien, I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday for a D&D review. You know what? Why don't you come in on Sunday also? Hogar, you got hit in the leg, and it all of a sudden everything shifted for you, and you're looking around, and you're once again in this world where you're just seeing like the shadowy mist around you, but it's just you. What do you want to do?
Boy's not there?
No boy. As of right now, nothing's there. Just you.
Okay, I'll retrace my steps and go to where the boy took us last time.
Okay. You start walking over to where the boy is, and you feel like your mind is racing, almost like feverish a little bit. And all of a sudden, as you're walking, your arms start going up, as if you're being carried by two people. And all of a sudden, you are being carried by two people. And you look to your side, and you see there are two like thieves or rogues or some low life characters that they're holding your arms. And you look down, and you realize that your feet are shackled, and your arms are shackled. You're being brought forward by thieves. Your hands and feet are both shackled. You are brought in a room with a large table, and in the center are a few candles at the center of the table. Well, thought you could get over on old Bludgy, eh? You say you killed me in the physical world. Nothing I could do about that. But here, I can get you.
Bludgy.
Bludgy's got a toothpick in his mouth, and he's like picking his teeth, and he's got some food on a table in front of him. He's kind of sitting there, leaning up against the wall.
Bludgy, where are we?
He pulls out a blade, and he's like touching it to kind of see how sharp it is. Where are we is not as important as where you're about to go.
And where am I about to go?
To hell, my friend.
I've been to hell before. You're not sending me anywhere.
He walks over to you, and he takes the blade, and he kind of just moves the blade on your neck. What went through your mind, I wonder, when you killed me? When you wiped me out? For what? Going after something that your friend dropped. And I found it. And you thought it was right to just murder me, eh?
Listen, Bludgy. I know it may not mean much to you now, but I lost a lot of sleep over that day. You just would not get out of our way. We're not trying to claim some kind of a prize or take some magical item to make us more powerful. We're trying to save Andaria. You would not let it happen.
In your way. Seems more like you came all the way down into the dark to try to find me. And somehow I'm in your way, in a jail cell, being put in there by two lousy triad dwarves. And then you appear in the cell next to me. But yeah, I was in your way. What? In your way to become great and powerful? In the afterlife, I can see everything that happens, my friend. You know what I see? I don't see a hero. I see a villain. And you took me out so that you could rise to power. And I can't argue with that. But what I can't stand is the way that you treat yourself about it and act like you're better than this. And woe is me because of what I have done. And no, I won't do that now. You act like you have morals, but no, you killed me. You killed me outright. You had a very clear choice on it. At least when I do my work, or when I did my work, I was clear about it. Wrong me and I would kill you. If I wanted to steal it, I would steal it. If I'm caught, then I'm caught. At least I'm clear about what my intentions are. Not some filthy half-breed giant that wants to pretend you're some sort of hero. He spits on the ground.
I'm under no illusions about what I am, Bludgy.
You're a monster is what you are. More of a monster than I ever was.
Maybe you're right, Bludgy. But I have a job to do. I'm gonna do that job. I'm gonna finish it. And then I'll pay for everything that I've done.
We're going to jump over to Abyssia right now. Abyssia, you're walking around in basically in a similar kind of shadow that I just described to him. Everything around you kind of swirls into like darkness and into like this purplish light. Your eyes begin to burn. All of a sudden, you are standing in the first temple you've ever been in, the Temple of the Necromancer, the Lesser Temple. High above you sits the Necromancer himself. You look around and you see there are apparently some zombies that are just kind of lying around, and they sit in the corner. And the place smells, looks, and feels exactly as you remember. What do you want to do?
Do I have all my things? Am I myself again? Or
yes, you look like Holgar, look like Holgar, and you look like Abyssia. You feel like yourself again.
Do I have my eyes are burning? Are they my regular eyes or my
you're not sure because you can't. Oh, yeah, you don't. You're seeing what you normally would see now, like the magical visions, but your eyes are just burning. Like it's almost come to the point where you can't even open them.
Okay.
But
I see the necromancer.
Yeah. So you spend your time just looking around trying to stand. Here's what you hear.
Well, look what we have here. Tell me, do you think that you could have defeated me without all of your friends? I'm going to enjoy your slow torture over the next 1,000 years. You will grow accustomed to the pain. In a time, years will pass, and you will begin to accept it, and then worship me for it.
I will never worship you.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Abyssia!
Let's do this all day.
Abyssia, put your character in an envelope and mail it to Phoenix Studios. I will take it, and then I will rip it up and throw it in the garbage.
And I will take it back out and tape it back together.
No, because I will send it to a place that you can even not go, the garbage dump. You have no authority there.
I live on Staten Island, and I live on the garbage dump.
Damn it! No!
Okay, you've defeated the Necromancer. Take 25 levels. Okay, so you're looking at the Necromancer above you, and you have a quick, you can imagine, a better talk than what we just did. And he kind of floats down near you, and you're having trouble opening your eyes and seeing him. What do you want to do?
I have my wings.
Yes.
Okay, I fly. What I think is above him. Can I tell that I would be above him or not, or I can't see any of that at all?
You can. You get quick images when you're looking up. Evan Moniz reminds me that Lumps 1 should be a 20. Did that happen before or after we reinitialized the thing?
Oh, I think that might have been after. I'm not sure.
I thought it was before. Oh, no, maybe it was after. Okay, so
Did Lump roll a 1, though?
I rolled a 1
Yeah,
for
yeah.
I rolled a 1 for Lump. Technically, it's not on me.
I'm not sure if it was before or after, to be honest.
I mean, it would count because I'm rolling for Lump, yeah. I've never actually had an enhancement affect me as a DM, so we'll put it on. We'll put it on. We'll say that happened, of course. Okay.
So
continue.
can I tell that I'm above him? I
Yes,
go to-
you start flying up with your
Okay.
eyes, and you're trying to see anything. You get quick images, but it's getting worse and worse. You feel like in a few seconds you won't be able to even open your eyes.
Okay, before I get him out of my view, I take out my 3 arrows from my bow, and I release them at him.
If you can see us, if you do, just bear with us. We're coming back on now, guys. I see it coming back.
Twitch is down. Facebook's down.
YouTube's back up. Guys, reload Facebook. If you're getting me now, just reload Facebook. We're coming on right now.
Twitch is back up.
Hey guys, right now, if you're joining right back in, it looks like the signal was lost. We had some earlier problems today for the internet here in New York, but it looks like that it is coming right back on. I'm going to wait 1 second for people to get back in. And Steve, did the stream start over, or did it continue? Did it hold? Todd and Percival, let me know if the stream held or if it started a new one, so I can direct people properly.
Continued.
Okay, guys.
I just said we're good everywhere.
Okay, awesome. We're getting back in. Okay, so we're gonna go back for one step. Damien, I don't think people saw what you did, so I'm just gonna talk about what you did.
I think it went down when Brooke went. To be honest with you, Tony.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was down.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and say what happened for Abyssia. Abyssia tried to fly up into the air, and her eyes were getting worse and worse, burning more and more. And she took a bunch of shots, firing around the room, trying to see if she could hit the necromancer. She missed all those shots, with one of them being a critical miss. And all of a sudden, she felt the hands around her throat, and basically skeletal hands like choking her. And that's where we leave her for a moment. We then head over to Damien, is what we just played in the last minutes when we lost the feed. Damien, you see that a figure of the farmer, as evil and powerful as he can be, walks over to you. He takes the scythe. You kind of just waited, try to reason with him, and he took the scythe and swung it around, and eventually criticaled, which for Super Farmer, that's perfect, right into the side of your body, and you see the blade is through you. And your armor was actually crumbling as he was walking up. And that's what we say. We go over to Arky Finn. Arky, you are sitting in the sunken city. He's so excited. Why are you excited?
I don't
Way
know.
too happy about that.
Arky Finn, you are in the sunken city, and you are walking amongst the street, and you see there are demons outside of all the gates, and you realize everyone is acting like they're not there. Let me clarify. Acting like the demons are not around the city, and the demons are just attacking the walls. The cannons aren't firing, and no one's reacting to anything. What do you do?
Wow. No one's reacting to anything. I'm going to run to the city hall. I'm going to try and find Jinty or Carlinger or somebody.
You see them all talking in the streets, and they're very much just relaxed.
I go, Carl, Jinty, look, don't you see the demons attacking?
Hey!
Hey, do you see the demons attacking?
Oh, it'll be fine.
What makes you say that?
I'm sure it'll be. It's not a big deal.
We need to get the cannons going. Follow me.
All of a sudden, you see the major walls, the front walls, burst out, and you see like a red dragon come in, and shoots fire at everybody, and you see everyone just like not really paying attention to it. The dragon is destroying everything. First with Smithy's Tavern.
Oh. So the dragon is destroying everything, and nobody's reacting.
No.
All right, I'm going to try and get up onto the walls and see if I can come into your cannon.
Okay, you go into the walls, and people start looking at you when you go into the walls. You kind of have their attention for a second.
I look at myself. Do I look,
You look
just like regular Arky?
Yeah, regular Arky.
Okay. I don't know why they were staring at me.
Everyone in the town
Oddly.
is looking at you, though.
Come, everybody, we must defend the town.
When you go to speak, all of a sudden you have no voice.
Oh, man.
All right, I take a cannon, and
You grab the cannon, all of a sudden you see the dragon come up right above you. He goes, and then goes down to eat you.
point blank right in the face with the cannon.
You throw the cannon through, roll a d20.
12.
12. You hit the cannon hits the dragon. It does like some kind of damage to it, but the dragon comes down and basically eats you at that moment. You stop. Vinny Pro, we're gonna head back to you right now. You are reliving that moment. You're in the cage. It looks like you have a plan. I can see it in your eyes. What do you want to do?
All right. I take the belt buckle again.
Okay.
Where are the trolls at this point? Are they?
They're eating the people in the next cage to you.
The next cage over. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go over to the cage. I'm gonna unlock it like I did before.
Okay. I'll just let you do it.
And I myself am gonna sneak out and go towards the entrance where the farmer is.
The second you walk out, you see the peasant that is Lump walk up,
and he goes, "What happened? Everything start over."
I don't know, Lump, but the farmer's in the cage.
Farmer's in the cage. The farmer's in the cage.
Not farmer. Two mages.
Two mages in the cage. Two mages in the cage. Hi ho, Terrio. Two mages in the cage.
And he looks like he's hurt pretty badly.
Me druid and wizard, and now peasant.
Maybe. Well, Lump, I don't think we have much time to talk about this. So it's either you're gonna come with me and try and help farmer, or you have to go and stay with Two Mage.
We help Two Mage. We talk about spells.
All right.
He walks over to help him. What do you want to do?
What?
What do you want to do?
Oh, me? I do said Tom.
What? What?
I start walking towards where hiding in the shadows and going towards where Two Mage is.
Okay, you see that now you are a peasant, but you do know how to hide in shadows, and that's in your mind, so you can do that. Give me 2 checks stealth as you're trying to bypass some trolls walking in.
A 21 and a 26.
21 and a 26. You pass by them. You get to the front of the cage. You get to the front of the cave, and you see some peasants are fighting outside. Some guards are fighting outside. Some trolls are fighting them. And you see Stagmon and the farmer. And you see Stagmon throw him a sword in this scenario. And the farmer looks at it, and he's like, "Fight! Fight!" He takes it, and he starts fighting at the trolls.
I want to go over to the farmer and just try to touch him with the rose and see what happens.
You touch him with the rose, and poof, all of a sudden, the entire reality kind of deconstructs, and all of a sudden you're back in that first initial room with the shadowy mist on the side, and the farmer is basically just looking at you with shock.
Farmer, do you recognize me?
He seems looking at you, and you have the rose up against him, and he's just in confusion.
I've gone by many names in the past. I don't know how I look to you right now, but do you recognize me?
No answer.
Are you okay, farmer? Can you speak?
All of a sudden you hear footsteps behind you.
I turn.
You see a figure walking over. This figure is tall, human, has a handlebar mustache, and a top hat.
Hat?
Yes. And it has a purple, what would you call it? A suit jacket? It's the ones that are 3/4, a little longer, a butler might wear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Looks that, and he walks over, and you hear ticking all over him, and he has watches all over, all over his arm. And he walks very, very decisively, very focused.
Do I recognize him?
He seems familiar too. Well. What do we have here?
Well,
Who
What
are
do we
you?
have here? I believe you know who I am.
I do
And
not
you
know
bel-
who you are, but I feel that you are trying to rescue this fellow.
I am.
Why do you do this? He is full of darkness. You cannot be his ally.
I've been his ally many a times before, and I will be his ally again.
My strange friend, I will find that this being here is incapable of anything but the vile torture that he puts himself through.
You see, that's where me and you differ. I believe there's still goodness in him. I know there's still goodness in him.
You know
That's
nothing
why
about
he
me.
does what he does. And that's why I'm here to help him.
Do you have a way to escape this place?
I haven't figured that out yet. The mission was to come in to get him first.
I see on your hand a rose. Very powerful. The black roses. I will make you this deal. Give me the black rose, and I will free us of this prison. Your friend will probably fall into some sort of state of depression and shock before he is too trapped in here. But I, with the power of that rose, could draw down the walls of the shadow. These wizards will not release you.
No, that is not going to happen.
What do you mean, no? Why are you going to say it like that?
What I'm saying is you're
Why
here
not?
for
Yes.
a reason. And I
And
know
you
why
are
you're
here for a reason, and we all are here for a reason. Why do we play
Yes.
these games with ourselves? Why do we worry about why we're here? There are decisions that brought us to this moment. In fact, they brought us to this moment for an acute purpose.
Well, you are not part of my plans.
I'm
Or-
part of nobody's plans, I imagine. But
I know.
I find that I have the time to do everything I need to do to make sure that I can accomplish everything in my own plan.
You see, that's where I don't believe you. And I do believe you, a little bit. I believe that you have your own intentions, but you're not here to help anybody. You're here because of things you've done in the past, and that you can't be trusted.
And what have I done? Exactly.
Exactly. I know what you have done.
You do not know who I am.
Do you go by the name of the Clockmaster?
Close enough.
I know. Yeah.
They call me the Clockmaker, yes.
Clockmaker, that was it. Ah, I was close.
So this is, if everyone doesn't know, this is an old master evil villain from a long time ago. He was pretty dangerous, you remember? Do you remember?
Yes.
I don't remember the specifics. I just remember him.
Yeah, he was dangerous. So I suppose I am at a disadvantage. You know who I am. You know that I make clocks. What do you make?
I know that I've stopped you, and I know you're here, and I know that
I do
you're
not
going
know.
to stay here.
I do not know what you are talking about. I have never met you before.
Well, you may have not met me, but I have met you.
I don't like you.
And I didn't like you very much when I met you back then either.
I wish I
That
could,
much I do remember.
I wish I could remember. My offer stands. Give me the black rose. I'll get us all out of here. Do what you will with this creature, this person here.
I believe I stand a better chance with him than I do with you.
Ha! In moments, you will go back into the same disastrous circle that this farmer has lived for 100 years.
Then I guess I will have to figure it out. And you will remain here.
So will you.
Then that is my problem, not yours.
He walks around, like back out into the shadow.
All right. And
The last thing you hear is the ticking of a clock as he goes.
I keep my ears peeled to see if he decides he wants to pop out from other direction.
I'm back. Hey. No, you don't see him anymore.
All right, so I bring my attention back to the farmer. Is he just like kind of standing there in a trance? Like, what's he doing?
He's just out of it.
If I want to try to put the rose to him again and see if it does anything else to him. Nothing? Okay.
We keep doing this. And you realize that, I don't know, maybe this quest is more advanced.
To see if it does anything. I'm not going to keep jamming it in his face. Like.
Is what you want? Is that what you want?
Just
Is that what you
rub
want?
it on his face. Just rub it.
Rosie, Rosie. I'm Thistle, and you're watching the Celestial War. Richard Wild wants to know his two mage around. You don't see two mage. Jarrett Woods. Thistle should say, "I make foots and asses." And the clockmakers is next.
What was it? I missed it.
I make when you said actually, what do you make? You should have said foots and asses, and the clockmakers is next. Derek Luxon, oh come on, use an insight check to see if he's lying. Nancy Marie, this is where notes come in handy. Yes, the clockmaker is the first time he's ever been on the show. This is an old evil villain. Evan Moni says Vinny's beard is coming in nice. Good job, dude.
Thank you. I just didn't shave today. I was lazy.
Sky Weber says, "Be careful, don't do it, Thistle." He's worried about you before. 50 stars. Thank you so much.
All right. Does Super Farmer have anything on him? Is he?
He has the armor on.
He has his armor on?
Yeah, crazy armor. You don't see the scythe or a weapon or anything else.
Okay.
Roll a insanity check.
A what?
Insanity check.
Okay.
Intelligence.
I'm rolling here. Intelligence? All right. I rolled a 1, but I re-roll ones. Actually, wait, runs to 20s. Never mind, I'm good.
Ones are 20s.
I'm good.
That's right.
Never mind.
So you feel like you have excellent control of what's going on right now. You feel like a little twinge, and you feel like you have control.
All right. I turn around.
Wonder when Vin will realize he's the last person to get this right. And if he doesn't, everyone will be trapped in here and go insane. Let's see if Vinny realizes how important.
If the audience hasn't realized yet, and I don't think they're realizing until right this second, this is a bad situation.
As soon as I went down in the first part, I realized I was like, "Oh, this is what's going on."
Do I have any of my stuff on me at this point, or no?
Yes, you are Thistle.
I was just a little too late.
Okay.
This is like the Venus flytrap. It takes you in slowly, and then you go, "Uh oh." Guys, let's check on shares right now and see how we're doing. Guys, if you have any help for Vin, you can help him.
Okay.
Yeah,
It is
I was gonna say
54.
anybody-
We're 9 shares away from getting the totem activated. 54 likes, 9 shares away. If 9 people share it, you got these guys.
Help
will
us
get
out. We need it now.
if anyone in chat remembers what we did with the black roses when we used them all that time ago, that information might be helpful to Vinny.
I believe you ingested it, didn't you?
I can't tell you.
I was actually just thinking about that, and I think you ingested it.
I know, but I can't tell you.
Audience has got to help us out here.
If anyone's watched the episodes, they can say it right now. The audience is allowed to help. Richard Wild says, "How did Finn get the rose inside him?" The question is, does Finn have a rose inside him now? The answer is no. Who else has a rose inside of them?
Ormond?
Ormond has a rose inside of him, yeah, sure.
He has my rose inside of him.
Right.
Somebody else?
Does anyone else have a rose?
I had a rose,
Brooke had a
Yep.
rose?
but I think, yeah.
Yes, Brooke had a rose because she was zombified. We held it off.
Everybody roll a intelligence check of 12, and I will tell you if you roll 12 or above. I will tell you if you have a
14.
rose or not.
Nope.
Oh,
14.
13.
Rob,
I know I don't.
you have a rose. Vin, you have a rose inside of you, just so everybody knows.
I do.
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
16.
You have a
All right, so-
Hogar, you have a rose inside of you.
I had a 14.
Ibisi, you have a rose inside of you. I'm not, and just for clarification, I'm not awarding these right now. I'm just reminding you. It sounds like I'm awarding them. Just reminding you.
You get a rose.
You get a rose. You get a rose. Everyone gets a rose. Everyone look under your chairs. There's a rose. Everyone at home, go into the couches. There's roses. I've been in all of your homes.
All right, so how did I get the rose inside me then? Did I eat it?
Wow.
Can somebody clip that? Can somebody clip that?
You make foots and asses, Vin. Put
How did I get the rose inside me? Did I eat it?
I guess I ate it. All right. I guess Super Farmer's gonna eat the rose.
Wait, just so you know, this is what you're saying, Vin.
Yeah, nobody.
You seem excited.
Oh my God.
Do what you think is right.
I don't remember. I don't even remember having a rose.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Never studied.
No ticket.
It was like 2.5 years ago.
Next time you should write
Does
things in
anyone-
cracker
does
sheet.
I'm pretty
anyone-
sure we had it together at this time.
Probably.
Yes, we all took it at the same time. Well, Brooke
We're all-
got hers early,
Wait a
I think,
second.
but the rest of us.
Maybe it's on there someplace.
Oh, Damien.
Rob, you take very good notes.
I don't know. I don't see anything about a rose.
Anyway, none of this helps me because I don't remember how I
Vin, roll
got it.
an insanity check. You will now roll one every 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
You spent far too much time.
All right. That is a 16.
16. You have a little twinge and you feel like you're okay. Putting the timer on now.
All right.
Did we get the roses, like, on screen in game?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We got him.
Yeah.
We were in hell. You know what? Screw it.
All of us?
I'm feeding him the rose. I'm feeding him the rose.
You're going to feed him the rose.
I feed him the rose.
Just to clarify.
Okay. You feed him the rose.
The rose.
I open it.
Here it comes. I'm a Nomi share ship. Nomi share ship coming into Riga.
I don't remember.
Num num num.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, it's yum
Do it.
yum time.
Oh my god. Okay, roll the die. I need to figure this out. Roll the die. If that's what
I
you
don't
do.
remember.
If you, I know you don't remember. If you're doing it, roll the die.
What am I rolling?
A
Don't make
D20.
Damien roll it.
You want Damien to roll it? No,
Oh, maybe
thanks.
a 20 though.
An 18.
18. Yeah, that was the right answer. You got it. So you.
Oh my god, you made me sweat. I hate you. I don't remember.
Yes,
I actually don't
that was
remember.
excellent.
Hi, my name is Tony. My job here is to make sure that no one knows what the hell to do.
That was
and if
excellent.
I've done that,
I
had a
don't
good
remember
day.
having a rose. That's what was throwing me off. Like,
Yeah,
if I remembered
that's-
I had the rose, I'd be like, oh,
That was
okay, I
the
ate
problem.
this thing. I don't remember having it.
you put the rose in inside of him.
Wow.
I put on
Farmer's
happy
mouth.
music. I don't know if I should, but I will.
Nah, not yet. We're still
Nah,
discussing that.
yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. How about this music?
That was good. That was good, like tension going crazy music, I have to say.
It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I appreciated that.
Christmas come early.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Give you a little break. You put it in, and all of a sudden you see Super Farmer's like standing there, and like he opens his eyes.
Super Farmer? All
Where am I?
right. We are in a prison in the city of Solst.
The last thing that I remember is going through a portal.
We're not on the world that you knew. we're on Andaria. And
I made it through.
yes, you made it through. Correct.
Where are we?
Like I said, the city of Solst, and
What
we're
is
in a
that?
prison.
What is a Solst?
Solst is a city. It's a city of mages. Hadheld was running it for a little while, and I believe he imprisoned you.
I don't know who that is. Who are you?
Oh, all right. So you don't recognize me. All right, that's good to know. you might know me by the name of Mal, or maybe Mordek, or
You are reborn. Is that it?
I am.
I am the same.
I see.
I do not understand. Are there others here?
Yes, there are many others. We can explain this later. We kind of need to get out of here. We need to call to the mage that is holding the portal for us right now, or that allowed me to enter.
There's a mage holding a portal?
We're in a magic prison right now, with a few other people that we really don't want to be with.
Got it. Okay.
All right, so at that point, I call for the mages that were standing guard outside to pull us out.
Okay, so you go over to the shadow area. Super Farmer start looking around. You see him almost like looking like he hears something or he sees something, like checking around the area.
Super Farmer, come with me, please. Don't linger here too long.
Don't Carl linger here.
Ah.
He starts just looking around. You hear from the outside, you hear like some kind of voice. Ah, halfling, I hear you.
Yes, pull me and Super Farmer out.
All of a sudden, you see like the like slight figures all around you, and you realize there's like 50 wizards around the outside of the dungeon. Now, again, for people who don't remember, this dark dungeon is a pocket dimension, you know, and basically some kind of spell in there where they were going insane inside. If you're here, it's kind of like the movie around Williams where you cry every 15 minutes when he goes up the hill, and you lose yourself in there very quickly. I love that movie. It's really good.
What dreams may come.
What dreams may come, yes. So it's very similar to that. You're standing there looking outside, and you see that all these wizards are just around the area, and Zerilius is there, and he's got his hands folded. It's like, well, I'm. Let me just tell you, halfling, to tell your friends that I am very sorry. You see, it's too good of an opportunity to have all of you trapped in my dungeon. So the wizards here will make sure that enough time passes where you will go insane and you won't even remember that you're in a dungeon. Good luck to you.
Zerilius, you don't want to do this.
I've already done it.
Because
Look,
if I get
this
out of
is
here,
me.
I'm taking everybody that's in here with me out.
This is me going up the steps. Look, now I'm on the next level. Can you still hear me?
Oh, I can hear you, and you're going to hear a lot
I'm
from
going
me
up even
very
further.
shortly.
Carrying
Wait
less
till I see what I
and
unleash
less.
in your dungeon.
Tom, we're going to go over to you. Tom, you are sitting in the Elven Forest and looking around, and you feel like you're in a statesman at this time, your old job before you became a wizard. And you're just like kind of walking around aimlessly. But the forest is not the same. It's like you're going to walk over to, I guess, like you're a statesman, you're a realtor. This is what you are. You're a medieval realtor, right, Tom?
I am.
So you're walking around, but as you look at the forest is on fire. And you stop and you look up and you're like, I'm supposed to sell this. I'm supposed to have somebody to live here, and yet the whole entire forest is on fire. And it's like falling around you. It's not hurting you, but it's falling around you.
I look around. Do I see any other elves anywhere?
You look around for elves, and as you do that, you see elves are actually on the floor, and they're dead.
Whoa.
One elf sits up like this. You have killed us, Findelar. We put our trust in you.
What do you mean? Do I have...
He lays
what do
back
you mean
down.
I killed you.
Another one sits up. This is all your fault, Findelar. You've led us, the heroes and everything, to a death. The entire nation of elves is extinct because of your actions. He lays down.
Wait. Wait a second, guys. What do you? Do I remember myself now, or I still think I'm in the past?
This seems very real to you, but you do have a full sense of like this doesn't seem right, but
Okay.
this also is happening in front of me. You think it's an illusion, but it's still there when it's happening.
Wait. What? I did not. I did not. I would never harm this forest.
You
I
see
love
this
forest.
You see another elf like sit up, and they look zombified in a sense. He's like, "It is your fault. You chose to go to the future. Imagine the years spent in saving our lands, but now we are nothing." He sits back down.
It was the only way. I thought it was the only way to save this world. What good would it be to save the lands for a year or 2 years, 5 years, only for the world to be destroyed?
All of a sudden, you see you feel a hand on your shoulder. It's a seer, and the seer's like, "You have failed us. Everything I have taught you is now for naught. A disappointment."
Sorry, I can make it right. Make it right. I just gotta figure out how to get out of here. Just how do we get out of here? So
There is no escape. All of a sudden, you hear escape all around, and you feel like that you've kind of lost yourself. You've lost your way. All of a sudden, you see everything go slow, and a portal opens up, and you see Kanos walk through. And Kanos walks through with the fire blade that he has, and he walks up to you. And the more you go to move, the slower you move. And when you go to speak, so as I described to Rob, you feel like you almost can't speak. You have one round of action before dying. 6, 5, 4, 3.
All right.
2.
I put up a wall. I try and put up a wall between us.
You go. You put up a wall, and you see it's like forming in front of him. And he just goes, slices it with the weapon, and walks to you. You see it. Obviously, Kanos just walks closer and closer. I will enjoy this. The Red Kingdom will run in Daria to the fall of Falandor. He walks over. Tom, could you please put your character sheet into an envelope and mail it to
Sure.
Phoenix Studios? Or if you want to mail it to Brooke's house, and Brooke could just send her character sheet with yours.
I'll just
Save on postage. Yeah, please. Thank you.
Want some hot sauce?
Hot sauce. As you're sitting there, Tom, you see Kanos is walking closer and closer, and all of a sudden, you see the sky go black, like everything's getting worse and worse, and you feel like that you're literally about to be killed, and maybe perhaps the world is closing in on you. You don't know what's happening if you're going insane and everything, and all of a sudden, you see an apparition of death appear behind Kanos with the scythe and everything else. Stagmon, I got you. Don't worry. and he stabs Kanos with the scythe and kills him. And you're standing there, and all of a sudden you see the whole reality kind of fade away, and the apparition of death walks over to you, and it appears back into Super Farmer. And he kind of takes your hand. He's like, "I assume that you are Stagmon, yes?"
I was.
Come with me.
I will.
You appear.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you appear. You look around, and you're standing around, and you see Vin is there, and you see 2 mages on the floor, and Lump is there, and you see like you're in this whole shadowy field again, and you're feeling better. Brooke, you're being strangled in midair, and all of a sudden, you hear the necromancer is like, "Ha! No! All of a sudden, you can see. And you see the necromancer falls to the ground, and you see Super Farmer is on top of him and stabs him with the blade, and kind of tears out his heart, throws the blade up, and hits one of the dark hearts, and just like looks at you. You just appear. Arky, you're on top of the wall. The dragon comes down, and you see the dragon was basically eating you. Before the dragon bites, a figure is next to you and pulls out the dragon's jaws, and then kind of like pulls it off, and then like push the dragon back with some kind of immense strength and like darkness. You feel like a dark air, like evil energy around you, but it seems to also be protecting you at this time. Damien, what's the last thing that you remember from when your armor was crumbling? What's the last thoughts going through your mind when the blade went through you?
That this wasn't real.
As you say that, you look down and you see that the farmer is just standing in front of you. And he's like, my friend, now is the time for action. We must leave this place.
I'm with you.
And you guys teleport back. Holgar, you're standing there, and Bludgy's there, and Bludgy has a knife to your throat. And all of a sudden, you see a shadow appear behind him, and it looks like Death himself. And Bludgy kind of sees a shadow on the walls and like looks behind him. What do you do, Holgar?
I back away from Bludgy.
Okay, you're chained up. You just kind of like back off a little bit. And he goes, what the hell is this? Some sort of illusion? And Super Farmer just walks over and he goes, no, I am Death.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
And he kills him. And Super Farmer kind of looks at you and he nods. All of a sudden, you're all standing there, back in there. All these illusions have been broken. And you're removed from Super Farmer's own insanity and freed from it. And you're all standing in the same prison. Super Farmer is looking around in like the room and kind of just walks between all of you. You can all roleplay.
Do we make it?
Yeah, I freed him. But we have a problem. Zerilius trapped us here. He tricked us. He's not letting us leave.
Trapped in the prison?
We had a deal.
Yeah, well, apparently the deal with the, Zerilius didn't really count for much. So,
Two Mage walks up to the shield, and he tries to go through. Tries again. Tries to like vibrate his body to teleport, like, and sees he can kind of go through a little bit, and pulls his hand back in. He goes, I believe I can escape. He goes, Super Farmer, would you help me with this? Super Farmer walks up.
Whoa.
He grabs Super Farmer and goes through, and all of a sudden, and through the shield, you see shadows the other side, and you see like black lightning going around the room, killing, and you see like the picture of Death just appearing somebody to the side. See blood splatter against the wall, and it's just all terrible, horrible chaos and screaming, and the Wilhelm scream rings out like 6 times. They're like, he's killing us! He's killing us! What's happening?
All I know is this is probably a better death than I had planned for them, because I was going to let the clockmaker out and just like let them
Oh no, this is amazing. That's like,
God.
oh man.
All of a sudden, you see the shield dropped. And you see Super Farmer just stand there. And Two Mage is like, it's time to go. Let us get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's move.
He starts, Two Mage says, we will get to the shield. I will try to get us through the front. We will do this very fast. He grabs 2 of you forward. He brings, we'll say, Botorius and Super Farmer, brings you both to the front shield. The wizard's right there. Super Farmer immediately hits him with the staff, hits another guy. Super Farmer just like punches the other guy. Two Mage goes to the shield and opens the shield enough for people to start getting through. He does this at repetition. It happens in the entire time of 30 seconds, and you guys get outside of the shield, where you guys break out, and break out of Solst. Now that you guys have left, we go back to a moment where you see 2 figures come out of that dark dungeon. This is after you guys have left.
Anyway, good.
This would be the post scene. You see,
oh man!
You see one creature, one humanoid get up, and he's about 7 feet tall, and you see he has like all like red burned skin everywhere, and he has like a crown on, very majestic crown.
Oh man!
And he, like
Let's see where this is going.
He looks around, and then you hear that.
Oh boy!
And the clockmaker looks around, and he goes, "I'm very excited to see what this place has in hold for me.
Oh boy!
I wonder how long it will take me to rise to power."
Here, not very long.
he looks over and he goes, "Do you wish to join me?" And he just looks at him. And you see this creature is almost like half demonic. He goes, "I will not join you. I will rule you. I am the Dark Majesty. We cut away from
Oh man. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Sneak preview.
So the other two powerful beings that were inside release into Solst,
Excellent.
and that happens. You guys are now outside.
And that happens.
And you guys are now outside the shield. Super Farmer is with you. Two Mage is with you, and Lump is with you. 1,000 stars from Scott Weber. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
Lump is going to tell the farmer. Hey, this is when you guys are running away from it. Hey, farmer. We need to defeat great evil called Dragano. Save world, so that no other children die like your son. You see, Super Farmer looks at him and he goes, "Oh, too soon. Sorry." He just looks at you. He's like, "I will help you."
It's very nice, Lump. Very nice.
So you guys make it out of town. They don't mobilize anything. The 30 seconds that you guys escape because you teleport to the front. Nothing is really done to defend against it. You guys get out, and if they're looking for you, you're pretty much gone, and you have the ability to teleport anywhere. You guys get into the outskirts, into the forest. Roleplay. You're on your own.
Oh man.
Well, we need to get back on the ship, right? And then, I mean, the other way to get down to where we need to go is through Solst, right? That's kind of
Yeah.
screwed now, right?
I
Yeah.
don't think we're going back there.
No.
I mean, we probably can.
What, go back?
No, we don't even know which portal to use to go where we want to go. We just know there's a right.
But wait,
Well,
we can
but-
teleport.
no,
that
Where
place
do we
was
want to
it was
go?
like a madhouse.
Well, let's put it this way: we need to. Well, no, wasn't it a tunnel? I think they said there was a tunnel that would lead down. It wasn't a portal. It was.
I was thinking of that place. I was thinking of the place where it's like
No.
people were walking in and out of different portals.
No. I believe they said it was a tunnel. It was like a passageway that leads down into the dark from Solst. I mean, we can't bring the rod through a portal. We gotta.
Right. Gotta travel.
Let us regroup.
We gotta travel.
Let us regroup with everyone else. Since I can teleport, we will find the others. We group together, and then we can come up with a plan.
How long
Ship?
were we in there?
Weren't they on the
Let's
way?
find that out too.
That's a very good question as well. I mean, who knows how long we were in there? I really hope it wasn't that long. Do we see the airship anywhere?
Richard Wilde says, below the walking tower. Derek Luxon says, I will say if they are future villains, it makes such perfect sense for Tony to use them. Such a fantastic use of older characters. Thank you, Derek. Nancy, I honestly thought this was the end episode, LOL. Very nice play tonight. Derek Luxon, well, I guess we've met two future villains for the next campaign. And that's it.
I don't know who's the worst out of the two of them, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's great. It's great that there was both of them there.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Dan in an old quest played an incarnation of the Dark Majesty, right, Dan?
Yeah, that was my first character that I ever played in a Hansen quest.
Wow.
It was kind of like a melding of spirit and like physical mind with Dan's character Evenho, and he became like the rejuvenation or reincarnation of Dark Majesty. So
What was the trio of items that he had? The Dark Regalia? Is that what it was called?
yes,
Oh, yes.
the Regalia of Evil.
Yes, I remember
Regalia
that.
of Evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not just a clever name.
That's just clever name. Okay,
too
so
scary.
so you guys are you guys going to regroup with each other, or are you going to do something else? That's what two
Yeah,
major
I think
stress.
we're gonna.
Regroup.
Regroup.
Yeah, we need to regroup.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how long we were down there, how much time we got left, and how the hell we're getting down to hell.
Okay, so Liv Moore, if you're still with us, where is the airship right now? You guys are on the way to Solst. You guys don't have the rod, so he could basically take you anywhere. But you guys will be trying to get to the airship.
But we need the rod. We can't go anywhere without the rod because we need the rod to
We believe we
the
did
lion.
not to free the lion. Yeah.
Okay, so
Alright.
you see Two Mage sits down, starts concentrating, and starts trying to message the crew on the airship. And it takes him a little bit. It takes about 10, 15 minutes. And he's trying to meet them. And he gets up. He goes, "I will return momentarily." And he teleports. A lot of time passes as he kind of zeroes in on them after messaging with them. He finally comes back.
Take the time to fill Super Farmer in on what roughly is happening.
Yes. So in that time you fill him in on what's going on. That you basically tell him that he's been in prison for literally a scratch under a century. The conversions happened 75 years before the first quest in season 1. Then you guys went to the future, and then we've had a couple of months in between that, and that brings you right to like 99 years and months. So it's pretty much 100 years. Is in Arlight. Okay, so one of the Oni is saying that the Dusk, one of his ships, is in Arlight right now. So then they Two Mage comes back and he goes, "I have found everyone. The Dusk is located in Arlight." He says, "To our benefit, they have not tried to come to Solst. We can make our way there." It appears that Alabaster is once again in the Great Library, which I'm sure is causing quite a ruckus, for they believe he's not alive.
Excellent.
If you're all ready, we will travel there now.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys teleport. You go there, and all of a sudden you are in Arlight. Guys, I had it set up that you would go to Arlight so long ago. You barely went there. Now you're finally... Maybe you'll be there more than 30 seconds.
Maybe.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta actually go.
I gotta go.
Yeah,
I just need to use the bathroom and then get out of here.
Just gotta.
Can I use
Gotta go save the world.
Can I use the Arlight urinal and then go? No.
We got a dip.
I got a dip. Sorry, I can't be here. You guys walk into...
Nice place, though.
You guys walk into through the whole city, and it's weird for you at this point to be around, like, again, like you've been in Sunken City a few times, but it's kind of weird right now to be in civilization when you know like the end of the world is coming. Herald is hopefully with help holding the crystal from destroying the world, being pulled into into hell and Dragano.
Like the mental stress, like what we just went through and everything, like and all that was rough.
You guys walk through the streets of Arlight. There's beggars there. There's people performing routines out in the streets. There's a lot of monks walking around. When the monks see you guys, they recognize you, and the people begin to realize who you guys are, and they start shouting like "Praise to be at Dandar, praise to the Keeper," and they basically start following you along like they're rooting for you. Eventually, as you guys walk through, the crowd is coming to the side. They're basically letting you walk, and it becomes a sea of people all walking to the Great Library. It becomes pretty much every single person in the town, and it seems like there's a sense of they know what's happening somehow, or they know that it's getting bad, or they just are overwhelmed with seeing you guys. So you guys go in, walk into the Great Library, and you walk through, and you see there's already some monks walking around, and everyone, you guys walk in, and they're just kind of like, as you would see Alabaster, they're kind of awe of you guys, just kind of walking in. And you gotta just walk through, and eventually they bring you to a spot in the library where you see Alabaster is sitting there and his books around him, and in the middle is a great fire in the middle. And they have food, and people are talking with him, and they're discussing things with him, and he's like talking. It's almost like Plato is amongst like his followers, like speaking to them, and people are seeing him, and you're realizing that Alabaster just walked through the city, and people know him to be dead. And now you guys come through, and you realize that is what people are seeing as like the special moment of what's happening and why. They just don't know what it is or why, but they know that it's something great. You walk over, and Alabaster's there, and you see pretty much all of the crew of the Dusk, and they're all kind of sitting there around him while he's talking, and he basically just is discussing different things with people. And when Alabaster sees you, he's like,
My friends, I have learned a lot about the future. But perhaps it is time
that we learn a bit about the truth of our past. Come, sit by the fire. I have saved the best seats for you.
Thank you.
Super Farmer walks through with you guys. He's very out of place, and Alabaster stands up and he sees him and he's like,
My friend, I cannot tell you what happy I am to see you.
"It is good to be back. I am still a bit groggy, but I will do what I can. I feel like I've arrived in such a late hour in this battle."
Yes, but I believe at the time that you were meant to.
Kind of nods, sits down. Two mates sits down. Anybody else not sit down? If you guys just want to leave our light, you don't have to stay. You can just go.
I'm out.
You
Peace.
just leave. No, you're not gonna go. Got better things to do.
Yeah, I gotta
think.
the hogs. So many chores.
I got chores to do. Yes. So Alabaster, you see him like almost cast like a bit of a spell. He's a cleric, but it feels like a prestidigitation, and you almost find yourself visualizing with great ease, almost like the opening of your third eye. Is like you're just seeing the visualization of what his words coming to you, even when he's just starting to speak, and you're seeing everything. Clerics are around. Monks are around. People are listening. People are all piled in. They're sitting like on anywhere they can be, and it's clearly a fire safety hazard. If a fire marshal came in, it would be a problem. That's your first thought. This is
Very first thought.
your very first thought is that this is a fire marshal hazard, and you don't know.
Exceeding maximum occupancy for this.
Oh, you got a big bonfire
Space.
going in the middle of a library. Come on, that's a fire hazard right off the bat.
Right, Vinny knows.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. He knows exactly what's going on. So you see him. You start visualizing different things, and I'll give you guys like 1 or 2 rounds, just kind of talk as these things start happening to you. Just kind of through roleplay, you can show us what your characters are thinking. Go ahead.
I'm thinking, very grateful to be able to enjoy this beverage right now. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Guys, let us know in chat if you're getting us right now. Unfortunately, we're having internet problems, guys. I'm sorry. It looks like it's coming back. Guys, just reset your Facebook if you're coming in. And once again...
Yeah, I'm back.
Facebook's back. Twitch looks like it's coming back.
Instead of Froze was in the middle of speaking. I was a whole dramatic thing. Everyone was crying.
Rewind.
You missed it all. No, sorry. So I don't know exactly where, but I guess from the beginning of that. What you call it? I saw some of us fall in combat, and you saw like that flash, like they disappeared. That happened to me. I literally fell and died, I think, or my peasant body died. And when that happened, I was imprisoned, the same as Super Farmer was, and it weighs on me what I saw, what I heard. But this, I think, well, I don't know, but I appreciate once again you being the one to stay on mission and succeed in doing what we needed to do.
I mean, that's what I've been doing, and I'll continue to do that as long as I have breath going through my lungs.
You saved us all, Thistle. Thank you.
Thank you, Thistle.
Yeah, thanks.
Indeed.
He's like, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hey, good job, that guy.
Oh, you won.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I owe you one.
Yeah. Oh, were you talking? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I guess we're even now.
Okay.
I state my appreciation.
Alabaster begins to speak.
I have a story to tell you. And perhaps it is one that should have been told long ago. During the early days of the Celestial War,
Both mortals and Lightborn, like myself, believe that one day the red sun inside Andaria would burn brighter than ever. And there would not be enough light or enough power to stop it. Dragano would destroy everything we know and love. So, our plan was designed in secret for each Lightborn to travel to the far corners of Andar's realm outside of Andaria, where there they would gather and cultivate as much light as they could. And in that endless search and determination, we would endeavor to create beings strong enough to save our home world before the red fire burns, before the ancients fight once more, before Andaria is destroyed. Here we sit, gathered around this marvelous city. Behind us is our fear, and ahead of us shall be our trust in each other. We must replace everything we thought we could not do with the trust of the heroes around us. Some of you have questions. And I see that. And for a time, it will be difficult. How much time is left? Will Dragano destroy Andaria as we thought? And can we do enough? Each one of you be enough to stop what he is trying to do? I tell you, when we set off on that quest a long time ago, I did not know what the future would hold. But I am proud for it. And I believe it is because of that and everything that we have sacrificed that we are sitting here today with one very important thing that before we did not have. Choice. Let us choose together to stop Dragano and be done with him forever. Now, I wish to tell you the truth about our history. A long time ago, Andar created Andaria and other worlds in his realm. Dragano at this time existed within the realm as well, looking for his opportunity to take over and hurt Andar. And he found it. In a time when the ancients were young, immature, simple children. They fought with one another, and at a certain point, Andar scolded them with limiting their power. He created a crystal, and in that, their ability to harness light, energy, their very being. But he forced part of their being into those crystals forever, entangling them with it. The source of their immortal life and their power. Without it, what would they be? No one knows. But I fear we will find this out soon enough. Remember, the Archmage and Queen were not created at this time. And many different histories say that they were, but they were not. The ones who were in existence, as I mentioned, were enraged. Andar even declared one rule to them. he told them, "You may never hurt each other again. It is forbidden." The ancients were not pleased, of course. Much time had passed with little progress made. One day, an idea was formed. The Elven Lord and the Dwarven King used their power to contact the Red Sun Dragano, and they offered an exchange. This is not known to anyone. If Dragano would couple with Andaria, giving some of his light to them, empowering them in the process, in exchange they would worship him and help him to take over the realm. The Dwarven King and the Elven Lord, who were close then, and would each rule half of the world, the Elven Lord above and the Dwarven King below. Dragano agreed, and in an eclipse, a shadow away from Andar, Dragano made his move. A move that Andar did not expect. The Red Sun began to pull Andaria towards it, and in process created life from his light, the Queen and the Archmage. Andar was furious, and at his first chance struck at Dragano, with Andaria almost torn apart in the middle, creating the great moon in our sky. Here, her complete self, barely holding together, if at all, and her heart almost broken. When all was said and done, Andaria had shielded Dragano, who became both guarded and trapped inside. After a time of rage and recovery, Andar spoke to the ancients, now 8 in total. "Andaria is mother to you all, and Dragano father to some. You have brought nothing but pain to her, and inside her burns the one who seeks not to help you, but to destroy me and rule you and everything you are. I tried to save you from yourselves, but it appears I have only encouraged your greed for power. Well, now I charge all you with guarding the very evil you ignited. You are the wardens of Andaria, your mother. You will guard him, protect Andaria, and if even possible, destroy him. And when you do, I will return, and you will be forgiven. It will be then you will be judged for your tactics, your morals, and your very beings of who you are, and by your creations alone. Those found deserving, I will set you free of this planet to become immortals yourself. Those found undeserving will meet a quite different fate. Know that I will be watching and waiting." They heard what Andar said, and in the coming years they began to create life, mortals, and civilization, and become gods to them. It was then that the mortals were drawn into the celestial war that we know so much about. A war which still continues today. You see, we are not at the brink of a second celestial war. Hopefully, we are at the end of the one that began so very long ago. A war which must end now.
You see everyone kind of opens their eyes. People start looking around, and you see like everybody's almost visualizing everything that happened. You kind of could tell by the looks in their faces. You yourself are kind of lost in visualizing everything. And some people some people are moved to tears, some people are shocked by what they're hearing. This is some of this stuff he's saying. It's almost like they heard all the right things and the story that is and what was happening, but it's almost like it was jumbled up and twisted in a way that it was never explained properly to them. And you see with some people it chimes in with true meaning. Some people with resolve. Alabaster gets up and just nods to everyone, says nothing, and then goes into the back to rest. Near him, you see all these books that are found. And these are the same books, Vindalar, that you saw that came from Mr., who found them in the Chronomancer's Tower. And apparently it's the research that Chronomancer was doing, and you could surmise that when he saw that here was the truth in the books, perhaps Alabaster thought it was time to put it out, thinking that this is his place, this is his time, this is his reason for being here, to let people know the true focus of what's happening. You guys can now role play. Everyone starts to mull around the room a little bit.
Wow.
So,
I learned the story of how Dragano created the Archmage and the Queen years ago when I was imprisoned in Solst. I didn't know that the Elven Lord and the Dwarven King had anything to do with it, though.
Well, that imposes a little bit of a problem. Does that mean that the Dwarven King is trustable? I mean, I he's guarding the Red Knight, right? So,
Sounds like
Don't
a
we need to
problem.
focus on the
I don't know. Is it?
Still? We have a mission. Right?
I don't think any of the ancients are trustable. And I've felt that for a long time. I feel it even more strongly now.
Dan, if you could talk louder into your mic.
I don't think we can leave any of this up to the ancients. I think this is our job. And I think we need to complete this as best we can, independent of any of the ancients.
And what do we do now?
Everything seems backwards.
I mean, we still need to free the lion, right?
Yeah, we gotta continue, don't we?
We still have the mission of stopping Dragano,
Yeah,
and
we don't have much time.
the only direction that we have on it is to free the lion.
Yeah. I agree. We free the lion. But I think we need to stick to our instincts in doing what we think we need to do after we free the lion. The lion doesn't call the shots when we free him.
Well, I don't think that was the plan. I mean, we still had to free him and then go back to the crystal and make sure the collector's crystal doesn't get destroyed.
I agree.
If the
That's what needs
collector's
to be done
crystal
first.
goes into hell, that makes Dragano more powerful, which we don't want.
Right. I think what Hogarth's saying is that if we free the lion says, now we need to go do this instead, or I don't want to get involved in that fight, or whatever. Like that's
No, I follow.
Yeah. All right.
Agreed.
We do. We do. And then I just
What about the Red Knight's crystal?
look. He's
That's another
protecting it
problem for another day.
He's protecting it from Kanos, not from Dragano. I think we can trust him in that mission. I hope we can. And if we can't,
he gave us the ring to free Andar. I mean,
Two Mage stands up and goes, I
You know
believe,
what I mean.
I believe there's something that we should talk about.
Yes.
Let us go to a private place. He walks over to like another room in the back where people. It's like another part of the library where you can sit and read, but there's no one in there right now. You guys kind of follow him in there. So I made sure that, since I believe told to me by Volt that I was supposed to die back in the Red City, I made sure that I would only be around and to myself, which I am accustomed. But I made sure I knew exactly what was happening and what I believe is apparently more true than I would have thought possible. I believe the Red Knight has chosen Kanos to defend him, as he once chose Argon.
Well, why would that be?
It is hard to say. A lot has happened in the time that you know. For those of you that were around and not teleported to the future, you were aware of the civil war that happened between the Red Kingdom, between Hallenbrand, Eastwatch, the Red City. And it was terrible. Hardly fought. Eventually, the Queen was captured, and of course now she is freed. But in that time, it seemed very odd. And you could sense that there was a shift in the air. I believe Kanos was chosen by the Red Knight. As I said, similar to Argon. And for what I know, it makes sense for what happened when you encountered his crystal. Why the Red Knight did nothing. And why he seemed not concerned about Kanos being there.
But if that was the case, then why would Kanos enslave his paladins? I mean, wouldn't the Red Knight's paladins want to work for the person that the Red Knight wants them to work for?
You refer to the knights, yes?
Yes. Sorry.
I don't know, but I would say that Kanos is in charge. He's given the power by the Red Knight, and for whatever reason, the Red Knight deems that his actions be correct. To what I see, the Red Knight seems to be playing a very long game. A game where he would sacrifice anything to win.
But isn't Kanos trying to become a god, just like a celestial, just like the Red Knight? And wasn't he planning on using his crystal to do that?
I don't know. Everything I say is mere speculation. I do not have all the answers.
I just find it weird. Like why the Red Knight would. I mean, listen, Red Knight's got his own his own plans, but
I would never think to know what an ancient thinks or surmises. But if they know truly much more than we do,
I
there's a
also
great.
think it's worth. Sorry.
Go ahead, Hogar. Of course.
I also wanted to say that I think it's worth mentioning that once Drogana was destroyed, Andar will return and cast judgment on all the ancients. They have a reason to not want Drogano to be destroyed. They may not like the judgment that's cast upon them.
I believe that, and I believe you're correct. But still, I mean, what would the Red Knight's motives be for having Kanos destroy his crystal? I mean, that would kill him. I mean,
Maybe Kanos wasn't going to destroy it. Maybe Kanos was looking for it to do something else.
Maybe
he was looking
Kanos,
for it.
maybe
power.
he was betraying the Red Knight.
Possible. Or maybe he was looking forward to the power of Drogano's freedom the same way that the Collector's Crystal was about to do.
well, I mean, any of those scenarios could possibly be right or wrong, but I think we have more pressing matters, unfortunately, on how we're getting to the lion than worrying about what the Red Knight's motives are for having
Right.
Kanos as his guy.
Agreed. The lion should be the first objective.
Yeah, I am a little worried, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on here, but I do feel like our plan is find the lion, free him. Step 2, question marks. Step 3, defeat Dragano. And I don't know what we're supposed to do. I think we were relying on we'd free the lion, and the lion would know what to do, or this is how I would defeat Dragano, or I will fight on your side and we'll be best in combat, or whatever. And now I feel like I can't trust the lion.
The
Elven
know.
Lord was allied with Dragano. Pledged himself.
Well, let's
That
put
was
it
my
this way.
agent. He created the elves.
Let's think about it this way, though, right? So, the lion from Alabaster Story was never mentioned about being allied with Dragano
Yeah.
or doing anything inherently evil, right? Nor was the Collector, right? Or really the Red Knight, for that matter. I mean,
But the rod was commissioned to be made by the Elven King, the Elven
no.
Lord. No.
No, the rod was commissioned by the Red Knight.
Right.
The rod was commissioned by the Red Knight and the Red City, actually.
They
to help.
They had the Elven City help with materials and things to make it.
Make the.
Yeah, so it was.
Okay.
They worked. The Red Knight wanted it, but the Elven City commissioned it for them. They were working together. Well, the Wizards.
Okay.
I should say the Wizards Tower of Falandor was working with the Red City.
I have
That's more
to say,
correct.
I don't think that there were any. I don't believe that there were any wizards in Falandor that were secretly allied with Dragano. I mean, maybe one, but who knows? I don't believe so.
I did not. I heard what
this is-
Alabaster said. I did not take it to mean that the Elven Lord, your ancient, is evil. I do
No.
take it as they were immature at the time.
Yeah, it's shocking. I guess is more the idea of it.
Indeed.
All right.
Well, I still see our problem being how are we getting to the lion? All right. So what entrances to the dark do we know of? We know of the Sunken City, but to get there with the rod, it's going to be what 12 hours, and then we have to get down through the city into the depths.
I don't know of any way to get quickly enough where we need to go. Right? Through Sunken City or through
Well, the fastest way.
You hear a knock on the door.
Like, may I enter?
You see Alabaster come in.
Of course, Alabaster.
I heard you speaking from outside.
sorry.
Do not have fear. And I have read a lot and studied the books that I found from one of your allies, Mister, and his friends. And I have come to a belief that you are indeed correct. You must, as you know, find the lion, free him, and hopefully he will aid mortals in the battle to come. But I have a very strong belief about how that battle will happen. I believe the battle will take place in a different way. It will not matter where you are in Andaria. It will only matter that the lion is free. What I can feel is that Dragano is about to take hold of the Collector's Crystal. And when he does this, it will amplify his power beyond what we have ever seen before. And through that reaction, it will immediately latch him onto every single crystal of every ancient at the same time. His power will engulf the planet. And no matter where we are, we will find ourselves in war. I strongly believe that all you need to do, with the time that we have left, is free the Dragano, and then prepare for the end fight. No matter where you are, if I am here, if you bring the rod with you or leave it with me, it will not matter. I will be with you we will all be with you.
But we're under the impression that the rod is what's needed to free the lion.
That could be so.
Do you know of any ways to get down to him, or where we can enter from, other than the sunken city? And now Salst. Salst is kind of.
I do not know. There are a few ways. There is one near Solst, yes. There is one further east, I believe, of the Dwarven lands. And of course the one in Sunken City. But you have a wizard with you who could teleport.
But the rod can't teleport.
Perhaps you could cast magic and fly there. Unfortunately, this is an area beyond my expertise. Perhaps, from what I've heard, you have made friends with Andaria herself. Perhaps ask her for assistance.
Certainly can try.
The tree is in the center of the world.
Well, how close is the tree to the Queen's fortress?
It is far. But once you get to the bottom, to Periandaris, I believe it is not that much further. You could make it in time. If we were to fly to the tree, and perhaps you could speak to Andaria. Maybe something could be done. And if not, you are closer to finding a way down than you are here in our light.
True.
Well,
We could go. Maybe I can do what Ormond did. They ran and traveled through the tree.
I was just about to say that. Maybe we should test it first before we try it, because if the rod can't go, then we have a problem. Then we have to fly.
All right.
So-
Except what you call it? I can't. I can only do it for an hour a day. So I don't want to use it now and then have to wait a day. Try it again.
Well, we kind of need to go now. So
Yeah.
I mean, no.
I think that means we can't test it.
Maybe we should
That's my
just
point.
fly.
Well, I mean, if you could do it for an hour a day, right? I mean, you should be able. You could transport yourself a couple times, right? I mean, you don't have to necessarily transport to the tree. You can transport from tree to tree here, and just to see if it works. Right? I don't know. I'm asking.
I say, and do that. Take 2 minutes to do that.
Yeah, just to test it.
travel- Okay. Okay. Except, all right. If it doesn't work, then, or if it does work, I don't know. If it does work, there's no problem, I guess. But if it doesn't work, and we have to travel by traditional means to get to the tree, it will take more than an hour to get there from here.
I
In which case,
understand.
I won't be able to use Captain Darius' powers again until tomorrow.
Well, how long is it to fly there? I don't know. I turn to one of the captains or.
They're not in the room with you right now, but you're probably looking at I don't remember exactly what it is. Probably looking at 12 hours, something like that.
And how many hours do we have left?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do we know?
So you believe you killed 5 hours in that ordeal.
So that would bring us to 48 hours left. We have 53 coming into today.
Right, so you're down to 48.
48. 12 hours.
All right.
We could, might be enough time.
I mean,
may not be bad.
You're 48 hours
mean,
in 2 days exactly.
if it works, I mean, what time of day is it right now? Do we know?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. It does matter.
No, we've got to go.
It's midday.
Right.
What is
I
it?
would say
Midday.
midday.
Midday? Okay, so that works.
Right. All right. I'll try it.
Let's try it.
Okay.
There are
Let's prepare first.
trees outside. If you're going to cast a druidic spell.
But
Pardon?
sorry,
What did you say?
Tony's cutting out.
No, I just said.
You asked me.
Alabaster said,
There are trees outside if you wish to cast a druidic spell.
I do. Hey, thank you. All right, come on.
And let's get what we need first. But we get the rod. Everybody has what they need. Supplies. We're good. Everybody ready to go?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try a
Yes.
little, like tree to tree here. Just test it out.
I
right?
know. But if it works, we gotta go. So we need to have everybody with us, which includes, I guess, Super Farmer now, right? Am I on the same page here? Right.
Right.
That was the
I
reason
will
we got him.
travel with you if you feel I am best suited there.
I think that you will be best suited whenever we have to free this lion. From what I understand, Super Farmer, the forces protecting him are immensely powerful.
I will do what I can.
It is always enough and more.
Okay, you
I
guys.
don't remember
So
much, but I remember that.
So who's coming with us? Let's tally this now.
All of us. Right?
All right.
Lump.
Yes.
Super Farmer. All of us, Super Farmer.
Two Mage says, I feel like I should stay behind and perhaps make my way to the Collector's Crystal. I can help Harold, perhaps.
Okay, so he's going to the crystal. Lump. Sparky.
No,
Or
Sparky's back.
Anybody else?
Sparky's not
Tower.
here.
Sparky's not here. That's right.
Lump
He's
will
on
go
his
with you.
own thing. Lump is coming.
Yeah, Lump will be with you.
All right. So Super Farmer and Lump. Those are
Yep.
the two we got. And all of us. All right. Gather everybody up outside and let's test this out.
You guys go outside to the forest nearby on the back skirts around the mountains. And Tom, go do you think?
All right. All right.
I kind of like cringe.
All right. So, first, before I activate Captain Andaria, I want to ask the ring. I want to ask the ring a question.
Okay.
Andaria, do we need the rod to free the lion?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll get one. All right. It's got to work. We need it. All right. I take the rod and I activate Captain Andaria. Your powers combined. I am Captain Andaria.
You activate Captain Andaria.
All right. All right. I've seen Ormond do this a few times. Lump, I know you've done it before as well. I'm going to try travel from tree to tree using the powers of Captain Andaria. All right. I grab a tree and I look over at a tree next to me. You know, whatever, like 10 feet away, whatever the closest one. And I try and travel from tree to tree. I try to cast a druid spell.
Oh, please work.
You feel Andaria is with you. You cast a spell and the tree lights up.
Okay.
And we're going to stop right there for this episode of Audio Dungeon.
Oh, God.
That's
Knew it was coming.